Springs.
Thank you for joining us for your midday news. I'm Olivia Sandusky here with meteorologist Jerry Steffen. A little bit of an uncomfortable weekend, so I have higher hopes for this week.
Well, today and tomorrow, the numbers are still going to be up there. Extreme heat warnings in effect those 2 days, but the numbers do back off a little bit.
Ooh,
and we're talking about this a little bit ago. I was in Florida. You can see clear skies there for 20 years. And you know, it gets humid there in the summer because we're surrounded by water, obviously. When I first moved here, people would come up to me and say, "Boy, is it humid outside." I'm going, "What? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
humid for the desert.
It's all relative, right? Humid for the desert, exactly. We'll take a look at all that. 7 Day or more on the way.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Let's get to that top story this morning. The city of La Quinta set to honor fallen Marine Corporal Hunter Lopez and his fellow service members who were killed in the airport attack in Afghanistan just a few years ago. The city will hold a lightsaber vigil. It's Tuesday, August 26th, 7 o'clock at Civic Center campus in La Quinta. That's just off Washington Street and Calle Tampoco. People are encouraged to bring lightsabers to create a powerful and visual display of support. The lightsabers are replacing candles because Hunter was an avid Star Wars fan. And the city of Indio undergoing a road repaving project. It started today. It runs through the 22nd. Crews will be working in several Indio neighborhoods Monday through Friday from 7 in the morning until 6 in the night. The first area is the Palm Meadows neighborhood. This project starts today, runs until tomorrow up to Avenue 46. August 13th through the 15th will be the Santa Fe neighborhood. This one takes place from Montecita Drive to Red Bluff Road. And then the next area will be for just 1 day only, August 18th. This is Country Club Drive near Avenue 42. And finally, on August 19th through the 22nd, a large chunk of Central Indio will be worked on from Miles Avenue to north of Sadie Avenue. For other projects happening in the valley this week, let's go ahead and turn things over to our Know Before You Go travel expert, Chris Gunderson.
It has been crazy busy with road construction. But that's where we're going to start. Some of the biggest construction going on. That's at Highway 111, and that is the La Quinta Pavement Restoration Project. This project is going from border to border in La Quinta. It starts there on the west in Plaza La Quinta, and then it goes all the way down to Jefferson. Now, what they're doing is they're working on the inside lanes right now, so they only have one lane open. We've got a little short video there. All that pavement on the inside lanes is actually torn up now. They're getting ready to compact it. And so shortly we'll be paving that area, and then they'll move to the outside. So the detours for this one is going to be on Fred Waring Drive and Miles Avenue. I highlighted them there for you in green. I would highly advise using Fred Waring. What we're going to do is extend the synchronization timing there, give it a little more time, allow more cars to go through. That is going to be your best route, but you can also use Miles. So next we're going to go to Indian Wells. Indian Wells has a project where they're adding a extended right turn lane for the church there, just south of Fred Waring. It's also opening up a turning radius at Washington and Miles, and then they're ultimately going to be paving Miles. So we have basically one lane in each direction there. Now, this project here is going to extend for about another 6 weeks, and it is impactful because we're also using Miles as a detour for the Fred Waring project, which we're hoping will wrap up early because they are working longer. Now, here's a view of the approach on Washington there, just south of Fred Waring. Again, your alternate route for this one, if you want an alternate, would be Cook Street or Jefferson. But again, this is a busy area, so make sure you plan ahead. Next, we want to talk about a Control Valley Water District project going on at Cook Street. This is taking place just north of the Wash. You got a little highlight there, Palm Desert High School. It picks up just after the Wash, heads north up to Country Club Drive. This has multiple lane changes with the traffic control, so you definitely want to go very, very slow and be very careful if you're trying to make a left-hand turn or coming off one of the side streets. Again, to avoid this project, you want to use Portola. So we're kind of pushing people west there. You know, use Cook Street, use Portola. So may want to just go all the way down to Portola to avoid it. But that's all I've got for this week. Just remind people to slow down, put the phone down, and take your time, plan your trips.
All right, our thanks to Chris Gunderson for that update this morning. Meanwhile, the Rosa fire off Highway 74 is now 95% contained. That's the good news this morning. The blaze first broke out about a week ago, August 4th. It forced residents out of their homes with mandatory evacuation orders and warnings throughout the Santa Rosa area. Many of those residents had to find temporary shelter here in the valley for the last week. All evacuation orders have been lifted at this time. There is still one warning in place. This is for the area north of Santa Rosa Truck Trail, east of Santa Rosa Road, south of St. Pierre Road, and west of Palm Canyon Drive. So just that one warning in place. The Palm Desert Community Center is available as a temporary shelter for anyone who may still need it at this time. But as of now, Highway 74 is open in all directions. We'll take a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera. Nice to see no smoke out there to start the work week off. It looks like the palm trees relatively calm. Jerry, not too bad of a start to the week here.
Yeah, it's a little bit on the toasty side. We're on track to what we had yesterday. 99 degrees in Palm Springs, winds at 10 miles an hour, 21% relative humidity. Little higher humidity on the southeast end of the valley, thermal 97 degrees. Other temps include 99. Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree 103, 29 Palms. Got some triples already around the valley. 100 degrees at Coachella and Indio, 102 at Palm Desert. San Gorgonio, Pass Cities, 91 degrees at Banning, 98. Another warm one for Cabazon. Radar, yeah, nothing happening there. We have clear skies over the valley, a couple clouds over the mountains. A bit humid today. I mean, by Florida's standards, it's not going to be that humid. They wish they had our humidity. 113 to 117, putting us several degrees above normal again today. Dew points in the 50s today, and relative humidity will be above 10%. I mean, dry, but not very dry. 114 for Palm Springs today, 115 Cathedral City, 116 this afternoon Rancho Mirage, so about 5, 6, 7 degrees above normal. And we do have a heat advisory for the Inland Empire to the coastline, area mountains, and for us in the valley and much of Southern California under that extreme heat warning still. We had that late last week. That continues through tomorrow before the numbers begin to back down. So 114s today and tomorrow on our Comfort Air 3-day forecast, and back to normal 110 Wednesday with plenty of sunshine. Full forecast minutes away.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, the Palm Springs aerial tramway is closed this morning. That's because of an electronic technical issue. Now, it shut down on Friday, was closed for the entire weekend, and there is still no timeline for reopening, so we will keep you updated. One of India's oldest and most beloved restaurants is reopening. Burger Box celebrated its grand opening this morning at 9 a.m. at their location on Indio Boulevard. Originally founded in 1945, Burger Box has been operating for nearly 8 decades until it closed late last year. So welcome back. Greater Palm Springs Pride Organization announcing a sponsorship shortfall of $325,000 this year. Despite the deficit, Palm Springs Mayor Rhonda Hart saying this annual Pride Festival will carry on as usual. Organizers believe the sharp decline is due to the current political climate and a drop in sponsorship. The organization is seeking financial contributions to support the festival. You can donate online at pspride.org, or you can participate in Silvercrest's Equality Walk. We've got the details for how you can do both of those things on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. And just in time for football season, a new sports bar opened in La Quinta over the weekend. We've got the details on this brand new location. It's called the Golf Bar. The bar features several indoor golf simulators along with games and activities for the whole family to enjoy. Our Caitlin Kelly was there at the grand opening on Saturday and had the chance to catch up with the owner of the company to learn more about La Quinta's new hot spot.
We have golf, soccer, baseball, football, delicious food, drinks, and more importantly right now especially, AC. We've wanted to come out here for years. It's a great community, not just for the golf, but the people. We just wanted to offer a great experience for everybody who's a local.
Looks like a lot of fun out there, and who doesn't like a little golf, a little football action? Sounds like a great time. All right, still ahead on your midday news. We're teaming up with the Palm Springs Animal Shelter for the Clear the Shelters event. It's this weekend. We've got all the details and some touching stories after the break, so stay with us for that and a live look outside. Speaking of golf, our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera this morning to start the work week off. We'll be right back.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. We're turning to a dramatic high-speed chase involving armed carjackers and several vehicles. This took place in Lancaster last night. The carjacking began at gunpoint. Two people took off from the scene in a stolen truck. It led officers on a pursuit towards Santa Clarita, just north of Los Angeles. At one point, the assailants traveled on the wrong side of the 5 freeway in the San Fernando Valley, stopping a semi-truck and forcing the driver out of the car. Well, the chase continued down towards downtown Los Angeles, the suspects later exiting the big rig, stealing a pickup truck that you see there. Police eventually found the suspects again, chased them to Lincoln Heights. That's where the assailants managed to ditch the truck. They took off in a 4th vehicle, a black sedan. And this morning, the search is still ongoing. President Donald Trump saying this morning he's federalizing the D.C. police and deploying the National Guard to the nation's capital as part of an effort to reduce crime. Joined by top administration officials, Trump criticized crime in D.C. and compared crime statistics to other cities around the world. The president announcing he's invoking the District of Columbia Home Rule Act to place the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control.
This development comes after the National Guard was deployed to Los Angeles in June for the civil unrest over ICE operations around the city. Governor Gavin Newsom sued the Trump administration, deeming the president's actions unconstitutional. And a federal judge has denied the DOJ's request to unseal grand jury material in Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal case. Many pushed for more disclosures related to Maxwell and her co-conspirator Jeffrey Epstein, an accused sex trafficker. However, U.S. District Judge Paul Engelmeyer saying in his ruling today the government's reasoning for unsealing those grand jury materials fails to meet the threshold and that anyone who was following the Epstein case would, quote, learn next to nothing new from them. Engelmeyer added the materials do not identify anyone else besides Epstein and Maxwell as having had sexual contact with a minor. And it's August, and it means that's the time that we clear the shelters. NBC Local's nationwide pet adoption and donation drive is already underway. In the last decade, this event has helped adopt nearly 1.2 million animals and raise over $5 million across the country. We'll have coverage of the event happening locally here at the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. But here's more about a woman who risked her life to help save horses left behind in the recent Los Angeles fires.
Starting on Tuesday night with the fire, where everything was raging, we got activated as official evacuation site. Over the next 12 to 20 hours, we started receiving 200 to 300 horses and large animals. And after that, then the volunteers start to arrive on the site.
A community really shows up in the face of disaster. When these fires broke out, my friend Maddie, who has a horse trailer now, she reached out and was like, hey, I'm gonna go do a rescue. I could use your help. Are you available? And I was like, yep, let's go do it. All right, here's our escort going into the flames. Holy moly. The whole hillside is on fire. We're not really sure what we're gonna see. We get there and it's like apocalypse. You see the hills, you see the flames. I mean, the smoke is crazy. Okay. It shouldn't take a disaster to remind people that we're all in this together and that it feels very good as a human being to support and show up for creatures and people who deserve it.
And yes, those first few days and first few nights were very busy and lots of activity, but it's been able to settle in as everyone got to safety.
Amazing story there. And the Palm Springs Animal Shelter is hosting their own local annual Clear the Shelter event. It's this weekend, August 16th and 17th. Here at NBC Palm Springs, we are proud to partner with them for this event. Adoption fees will be completely waived over the weekend. The shelter right now is over capacity, so your support is crucial. If you're looking for a pet, now is the perfect time. You'll also receive 2 tickets to the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens and an adoption pack from Tail Waggers. We'll have full coverage of the event all week and throughout the weekend. And if you head to our Instagram page right now, you'll be able to meet some of those adorable adoptable pets, so you can check them out. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside our Agua Caliente Casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Hey, one cloud sticking around out there. Jerry's in next. He's got your 7-day forecast.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Totally clear skies over the Coachella Valley as we look at our Walter Clark cam, and we're expecting lots of sunshine the next several days in our future. Yesterday we had 110 for high. That was the high also on Saturday, so close to normal. 109 is typical, a high for early August in Palm Springs. But we're moving into the triple digits right now, a little head start in the numbers, so we're going to be above normal. 102 at Palm Springs, 104 at Thousand Palms. Winds a little breezy, but basically variable. You can see winds are coming out of the southeast right now, and a little bit of humidity with that too for desert standards. And then out of the west, that will overtake those southeasterly winds a little later on today. Visible satellite, clear skies over much of Southern California. We did have a marine layer. As you can see, that all burned off. A few clouds over the Pacific right now. And I can see 1, 2, 3 clouds in the distance. This is the Toro Peak cam looking to the north over the Coachella Valley. Not all that bad, plenty of sunshine. So a touch of humidity today. With temps, it'll be several degrees above normal, 113 to 117. Like I said, an onshore flow will begin to pick up late in the day, but it's that ridge of high pressure which will keep us above normal. It sticks around tomorrow, Tuesday, similar highs, 113 to 117 again for the valley. So let's take a look at today, 114 for Palm Springs. Will there be a record? Not even close. 120 is the record set back in 1933 for this date. Also today, 114 at Indio, 115 Cathedral City, La Quinta, 115 Palm Desert, 116 today at Rancho Mirage. Now, look closely. I'm about to change today's map to tomorrow's highs. There we go. Yeah, they didn't change much. So about the same for tomorrow, 114 again for Palm Springs, and again, 120 the record. So we do have an extreme heat warning for the Coachella Valley area, much of Southern California, west of us over mountains, and the Inland Empire almost to the coastline, a heat advisory, both today and again tomorrow. Now, Wednesday, things change a little bit. That high pressure center flattens out a little bit, so the numbers do come down, but closer to normal. 109 to 113, lots of sunshine. Again, a touch of humidity with us. 110 Wednesday for Palm Springs and Indio, 113's Thousand Palms and Palm Desert. Monsoonal moisture, basically it stays out of our area. It all basically stays over the Four Corners states, but the closest it'll get will be on Thursday, but we stay dry here. No rain, showers or thunderstorms in our area. Now the wind's a little interesting. They will pick up out of the west, late afternoon, early evening. Strongest low 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds later today, again tomorrow and Wednesday, and strong breezes along and north of I-10, and surface moisture unchanged. Dew points around that cutoff point with those evaporative coolers, lots of 50-degree numbers, and middle of the day. Relative humidity in the teens, so a touch of humidity. Evo, tropical storm, that should be over and done with later today. It's moving away from Cabo. And then we have a Category 1 storm, Henriette, north of Hawaii. Give it a couple days, that too will die in the North Atlantic. And a new storm, Tropical Storm Erin in the North Atlantic, just off the coast of Africa, moving its way west. We'll keep track of that. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, a pair of 114s today and tomorrow with that extreme heat warning. Numbers back off close to normal Wednesday, Thursday, slightly lower numbers beginning Friday.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The finals of American Ninja Warrior continue tonight on NBC. Mark Barger has the details.
On now to the floating monkey bars.
Last week's start to the Ninja Finals produced surprises.
RJ's in shock.
You never know what's going to happen in a race.
It was the first of 4 weeks of head-to-head racing to determine the season champ.
Max is creating that separation.
It's fast action and it's intense. Like you can't even sit still. It's that intense.
The change definitely upped the energy.
Can they keep this pace? This is so fast, Akbar.
But also the unpredictability.
Oh my goodness! Laxa is down. Goodness! Are you kidding me?
We saw some ninjas make mistakes. I think probably because of the pressure, the intensity of the competition right beside them.
What we loved about it was even our best ninjas, it forced them to push themselves beyond their envelope. And sometimes it would end up in the water, but other times it led to the best performance we've ever seen out of them.
This is so scary to me.
Ninja legend Jesse Graff is among tonight's competitors, and so is 4'11", 95-pound Jason Behrens. The 15-year-old became the smallest, lightest athlete to ever conquer an extended semifinals course.
You have to feel like anything is possible.
It's the obstacles they overcome off the course that I think make our viewers really identify them, and it's why they cheer when they overcome the obstacles on the court.
In 2 weeks, $250,000 awaits the winner. Mark Barger, NBC Entertainment.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
All right, Jerry, it's time to put on our thinking caps because the new case in Dish Detective is now live. You can find the video on our Instagram page, NBC Palm Springs. You have until noon on Thursday to put your guess in of what restaurant the video is showing. Tag the restaurant, and then we'll reveal the winner Friday morning. You have a chance to win a $100 gift card if you like to go eat out at one of the many wonderful restaurants here in the Valley.
I found the dish. Is that inappropriate? No, I meant you serve out great news. That's what I
dishing
meant.
it out every day of the week. Perfect.
Hot today, 114 for Palm Springs. The extreme heat warnings continue through tomorrow. We see the numbers back off Wednesday, more so Friday.
All right, dishing out more news at 5 and 6. We'll see you.